before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages.
Take your vaccines and go to sleep and have an autoimmune response. And when you awake, you'll be retarded, which is just what we want.
Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and say salutations to your brothers who are doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Today might be an ongoing series, but basically that Save America at any cost spirit is permeating, man. It's everywhere. All right. I'm going to go through a couple articles dealing with how Esau, Edom is totally divided. All right. We all know about the, right wing, left wing, Republican, Democrat. But now you got these Alex Jones type patriotic constitutionalists, people that are in this time willing to go all out as they see their kingdom falling. All right. Because you got to keep in mind that Esau is a very slippery devil, man. He doesn't even care about the regular Edomites, all right? The regular so-called white people, so you can understand. Because you got these people losing their businesses, losing their savings, losing everything right now. And you got certain Edomites with that spirit on them that are going to do everything, even go against the cops, go against the government, go against the military to save their kingdom, man. Mystery Babylon, aka America. But the first article I want to get is Washington Post. It says armed militia helped a Michigan barbershop open a coronavirus defiance that puts Republican lawmakers in a bind. This is Owasso, Michigan. Armed members of the Michigan Home Guard stood outside Carl Mankey's barbershop, ready to blockade the door if police arrived. They were determined to help Mankey, 77, reopen his shop Monday in defiance of state orders, and dozens joined them wearing Trump sweatshirts and Trump cowboy hats and waving Trump flags. So right here is that patriotic spirit, that Save America at any cost spirit, all right? That's going against what the legislations and the people in charge say, all right, the politicians. So you're going to see more and more of this, because Esau is a bold motherfucker. I'd put it like that. Because if Jake was out someplace in the hood with guns trying to open up one of their spots, it'd be a whole nother story. But Esau is letting it slide right now, because this is eventually going to play into their agenda. It says they gathered not because they desperately needed haircuts, but to rail against Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer's approach to fighting the coronavirus outbreak in Michigan, one of the nation's worst hotspots. They were channeling President Trump's support of such protests, but some also were taking aim at the state's Republicans who they say have not done enough to liberate the state from safety measures that have ground life to a halt. Right. So as Esau ramps up this COVID-19 hoax propaganda stuff, these other Edomites realize that the elite Edomites ain't fucking with them like that, man. They willing to go all out to bring in this new world order. And while the elites are trying to do that, the regular, everyday, average Joe Edomite, the ones that may own some businesses, are realizing that, hey, I might make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I might even make millions a year. But the powers that be are willing to sacrifice me, shut down my business, shut down my, means of making money, to bring in this authoritarian plan, right? So you're going to have that spirit of Save America at any cost heavy out here, man. You're going to see more and more armed Edomites, more and more Edomites storming capitals, and that Alex Jones spirit, right? They're doing all this because this is a time, man. Their kingdom is going down, and they have to save it. Now let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Revelation, not Revelation, 2 Ezra 15, Actually, let me start up. Let's start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So civil war is coming to this country. It's coming to Mystery Babylon, right? Because here in Illinois, even though it's another blue state, and this Governor Pritzker is trying to lock down, keep everything locked down, you got different counties on the verge of going against each other, man. Right? Now, I don't stay in Chicago. I stay in Will County. Now, Chicago is considered Cook County. And then you have DuPage County. And these surrounding counties of the city are willing to say, to hell with his orders, we opening up. I was listening to this on the radio while I was at work. All right? So this is more and more division, man. And it's beautiful because division is a very, very heavy indicator to what time it is in the scriptures, or what point we are in within the prophecies. It says, "For sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And that's where we're at with this thing, man. You got the armed militia outside this guy's barbershop saying, to hell with what these politicians are saying. To hell with these governors. All right, and eventually to hell with who's ever in office as the president. This is where this thing is going, man, and it's beautiful, man, because the division is going to lead to what? To a downfall. Even the Messiah is going to say that when I pull that scripture, right? So let's go back. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed. A man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So all these things, as far as famines, hiccups in the food supply, meat, groceries, are exploding in price. All right, unemployment numbers are exploding, highest they've ever been. So this is the time we are living in, man. All right, so lock in, man, because that spirit of Edomites trying to save America is going to be out there. It's going to only lead to what? Their downfall coming even quicker, which is going to be beautiful, right? So let me go to another. Actually, let me read a little bit more. This is Michelle Gregoire, a 29-year-old school bus driver from Battle Creek, who was running as a Republican for a seat in the state house, waved a yellow "Don't Tread on Me" flag at the passing traffic. She derided Whitmer as a tyrant, but she also urged Republicans to get in line and get it together. Right? So you even got these politicians calling other politicians tyrants, man. And see, these people, these are the people, man, that are armed to the T, man. You talk about guns and weapons and ready to go against what they believe is unconstitutional orders. These are those type of people, right? They got that spirit on them. All right. Now, I want to grab this. This is just from Rush Limbaugh, which is a big radio guy, which Edomites love this guy, man. It says blue state governors want to ruin the economy. So you have this spirit out there of certain Edomites recognizing what's going on, man, and they are totally divided. You got the safety side, or the blue side, the Democratic side, talking about we're trying to save lives, even though we're destroying the economy and people's way of life. And then you got the other side of people like, man, the hell with that. I'm not finna come to financial ruin and take out loans because you want to destroy the economy. So that's the times we're living in. It says, Rush, it says, "I'll tell you something else that's starting to send red flags up. You probably have already noticed this. All these blue state governors that want to keep their states locked down. It's purely political, but what are they depending on? They're depending on the red states. The red states that are opening up, the red states are going to get the economy kickstarted. The red states are going to create capital and money to transfer to people. These people, their stupid welfare costs. All right, so there's even more division, because I haven't read this yet. So they're going to say the red states are going to generate money, and that money is going to go to the blue states that are locked down and get everybody sitting at home. So you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have that aggression, man, with one side versus the other, man. And in a country like that, You can't help but have that country perish when you get that spirit out there. It says, transfer to these people their stupid welfare costs while their population sits home, doesn't work, waits for the federal check to show up, and they sit around and they trash the supposedly reckless red states. I cannot tell you how this irritates me. So this is that spirit, man. That spirit of certain Edomites trying to save their country, man. Certain patriots trying to save their country, right? So let's keep going, man. Let's go to the book of let's get this one. Proverbs 29:2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." And they got a lot of people mourning right now, man, because of what's going on. All right, Esau, Edom, and his draconian. Yeah, Salakia. Before I was interrupted, but yeah, with Esau and his draconian rule, you got a lot of people out here mourning right now. All right, and they listening to these voices, whether it be Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, Alex Jones, who are basically sowing the seeds of what? Rebellion, man. Sowing the seeds of civil unrest, sowing the seeds of saving America at any cost. All right, because they see their kingdom going down. Right. So let's keep moving. Let's go to the book of let's get this in Matthew. The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. Right, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So that's the spirit, man, a heavy spirit of division. So when you got that out here and people are upset, guess what? This place has to go down faster. It has to go down quicker. And that's what time we are within in prophecy's sake. That's what times we are in, right? The times of division. It says, and if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then shall his kingdom stand? And I just went through these articles with the militia against their good old boys, the police trying to shut down that barbershop, right? And then you got then you got Rush Limbaugh, all right, talking about the blue state governors ruining their economy. And then within a state, like right here in Illinois, where I'm at, you have the divisions amongst the different counties, man. Because Cook County is what they're gonna say is a hot spot. It's a spot they want to cut off. It's a spot that they probably gonna probably really put under martial law. Cook County, Chicago, when it comes to it. But because you got this article, it says DuPage, Kane, McCarran leaders, we shouldn't be on the same reopening timeline as Cook County, Chicago. They want to separate themselves within this state from Chicago. All right. So you're going to have this in Chicago, LA, New York, and a whole other places where you got big cities. You're going to have the surrounding suburbs trying to get away from them. All right. So it's so much division, and it's beautiful because it's part of the scriptures. It says, and if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. And how shall then his kingdom stand? And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. And he was dealing with the scribes and Pharisees when you read up about who give him the authority to do this and do that. Speaking on Yahushua. But this parable is beautiful. It says, but if I cast out devils by the Spirit of the Most High, then the kingdom of the power is come unto you. Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. So to take this parable and apply it to right now, Yahushua, through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, is spoiling this man right now, spoiling Esau, Edom. All right. He's binding that strong man. He's binding these forces. He's binding this economy, right, through his plagues, okay, through this depression that we're going into, all right, through this medical tyranny and martial law that's over us right now. So this is the Lord working overtime, binding the mighty hammer of the earth, which is the U.S., okay, right before he comes back and really gives him the death blow, right? So let's keep moving. Let me go back to this article a little bit. It says Illinois has divided into 4 different regions that can. Actually, let me jump down. It says a push intensified Thursday to let the collar counties progress separately from Cook and Chicago toward J.B. Pritzker. COVID-19 benchmarks for reopening the economy. Leaders representing DuPage, Kane, and McHenry counties call for Pritzker to remove their areas from the Northeast region under the Restore Illinois plan, which also include Cook, Grundy, Lake, Kankakee, Kendall, and Will counties, right? And I stay in Will County. But the point is that I heard it's a town called Elmhurst, which I believe is part of DuPage, and they saying the hell with what Pritzker. I heard him on the radio. This was their mayor. The hell with what Pritzker's talking about. We're going to reopen. So even within the state, you have that division, and it's all beautiful, man. It's all beautiful because it means this place is crumbling that much faster, right? So let's see. Let's go back. I'm going to grab one more scripture and end it off. This has been long enough. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I be? Let me read it again. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? This is Yahweh Shai speaking, right? So when he finally arrives to give salvation to the hopeful elect, it's going to be completely turmoil on this earth, man. Everything is going to be in disarray, okay? And this division is the starting stages of this place crumbling. But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how I'm straitened till it be accomplished. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. So Yahweh Shai in the prophecy of whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ is all about division. And that's one of the major indicators, major signs that he is on his way, man. You have the mighty mystery Babylon. Everybody's arguing with each other. Don't open up. Open up. Let this business open up. Don't let this business open up. You're going back and forth, man. All right? And this is going to also happen on a global level because this place has to be destroyed, right? But that's long enough. All right? I hope this edified some of you. I want to give all glory, praise, and honors to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom the next time.